Hey guys, Sarah here. Now, my mother-in-law kindly gave me a book that she obtained a wee while back called The Convict Recipe Book. Now, this is a reprint of it, but it contains recipes from the 1800s from a girl called Bessie Florence Baldwin. Now, it's got a bit of a spiel about her in the front here. It's quite interesting, but me being me, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have a play with this. And I immediately saw this recipe, a cheese and bacon loaf, and I thought, yeah, I haven't got bacon on me at the moment, so me being me, make a slightly cheaper version. I'm going to use shaved ham instead. There is self-raising flour, and I was initially skeptical, did they have self-raising flour in the 1800s? And I looked it up, and it was, self-raising flour was actually invented in the 1800s. So there we go, I learned something. And basically there's not much technique involved, there's just a list of ingredients. You just put it all into a bowl, mix it up, bake it. So we start off with 6 tablespoons of soft margarine. It actually says margarine, not butter. Normally these things say butter. Was margarine around in the 1800s? Margarine was invented in 1869. Napoleon wanted to have a cheap butter substitute to feed his conquering troops. Oh look, the helpers are emerging. Coming out of the woodwork. They realised I was baking something. We need 2 cups of self-raising flour. That wasn't my fault, that was your fault.
It was her fault.
So we need 1 teaspoon of dry mustard. No, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard. Just got that stuff. 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper.
Why are you going to look over here?
Now it calls for 4 rashers of bacon chopped finely. Now I haven't got bacon, but I've got some shaved ham that needs using. It's probably about one of those would be like a rasher of bacon, wouldn't it? So I'll put 1 more bit in just for luck.
Yeah.
It's handy, yeah, that's the stuff that needs using up. Shaved ham, once it's sort of been in the fridge for the best part of a week, you really just want to use it. No. You really just want to use it in cooking. I normally make a pizza or something if we've got something left over.
Can I chop it?
I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys a slightly smaller knife each.
Chop.
Not that the trust is not there, but
Chop. The chopping board. That's what I'm going.
I'm going to get 3/4 of a cup of grated cheddar cheese. You know, Colby, tasty, Edam, that's all cheddar. I've got some Colby there, so tasty would probably be better, but I'm going to use what I got. About 3/4, it's probably more like 1 cup. I'm just going to go with it. And we want to add 3/4 of a cup of milk. So, want a teaspoon of baking powder. So this has self-raising flour and baking powder in it. Interesting. Half a teaspoon of salt. And 1 egg. Can I just chop the rest of your bacon? I think we're ready to go.
No, bacon ham.
And yeah, that's enough chopped, Aston. It's very thorough. Congratulations on your thoroughness. Right, chocolate ham in there. So we just mix this up. This is not the kind of thing you lick. Looking very sloppy. I wonder if it's meant to be that sloppy. So normally bread mixture, it's, you know, it's not rock solid or anything, but it's not sticky when you put it in a loaf tin. So I wonder, I might put a little bit more flour in. Should I? Put a little bit of oil in there. Freeze the loaf tin. I don't know if I should be using that or a slightly smaller one. I'll just go with this. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more flour in here, just because loaves are not usually that sloppy. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit just so it's not like really, really sloppy.
It's beginning to not look sloppy.
I added a little bit more flour, just sort of I sprinkled a handful around just so it forms a little bit more of a dough ball like bread's meant to. But it's still very, very sticky. I didn't want to alter the recipe too much. So I'm just going to use this.
Plop,
Plop.
plop, 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 ploppy.
Right.
This will be interesting to
It
try.
will be. Can we not lie down on the bench?
I hope it's amazing.
It says to put it in a moderately hot oven. Now me and Clip just had a debate about what moderately hot is. What I've done is I've preheated it at 175 degrees, so we will just see. We debated between 175 to 200 degrees, so we're going to be a bit cautious. We'll put it in 175 degrees for 45 minutes and we'll check back on it, see how we go.
I will see the bread.
Oh, it smells good in here. Right, check that out. So we've just been outside doing a bit of work.
That smells,
It smells
amazing.
so good, doesn't it?
I can smell
might.
it out by the woodshed. Oh.
Yeah, I might just let that cool down a little bit before I try and take it out, because I'm just so scared I'm going to like split it apart or something disastrous. So we're going to have to be patient. So a bit on the warm side, I'm a bit impatient, but we want it while it's still a bit warm, don't we?
Yeah.
So,
A little bit. Hope it looks very inside.
look at that.
Yum!
It almost looks like a scone type consistency on the inside.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's crumbly.
It's crumbly. Ooh, it's crumbly.
This isn't going to be nice neat slices.
Yeah. I don't care. I love crumbly.
This may be more like a pull apart.
What?
So I was hoping to slice this neatly, but it ended up really, really crumbly. Probably more like a pull apart type loaf. But I mean, taste wise, it's very much like a ham and cheese scone. It is. It's like a savoury scone or something, or savoury muffinish even. A little bit of butter on there. That is really nice. Now, I mean, you can imagine something like that if I mean, even these days, if you've just got a little bit of leftover, as I did, a bit of leftover shaved ham that needed using up, or, you know, back in the day, if you had a few rashers of bacon and you wanted to make a whole meal out of it. I mean, that loaf was actually, my family have just annihilated it, but that was actually really filling, you know, a couple of slices of that, put a bit of butter on, side salad, whatever. And that is really nice. That's just a really nice way of using up a bit of leftover meat or whatever. And I'm not sure if it was meant to be as crumbly as it was. Maybe I should have cooked it at a slightly higher temperature. We did debate that one. But I mean, it was really nice as a pull apart style. You know, I just put it out there on the chopping board and we went for it like a pack of wild animals. Hit the like button. Leave me a comment down below. Hit subscribe, let me know if you've given it a go, and yeah, we'll see what else I come up with out of that book. Bye.